kind of pulling this topic of video today off of what a comment on the Facebook group page the custodian was, and it was this. This is, what do you guys do when you fight fatigue and increase endurance when you feel burned out? Well, since I'm kind of tired and fatigued right now from a lot of things that's been going on at work here lately, we're kind of having to cover for someone that's out due to some things going on in their family. Then we have a new facility. It's about 20 minutes down the road here, 15, 20 minutes down the road, that is 50,000 square feet, that there's no one to take care of that facility yet because we have no one hired. So you're going to get a bonus video this weekend, same time tomorrow, 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, it'll be posted. And showing you in that video some of the things that we've done this week. And I've been on the hiring committee to help to hire a custodian. And me and Paul have been going down to the other campus and trying to take care of it. Then we come back to our campus and taking care of things here. You know, then plus you've got all your home stuff and everything. So yes, you do get kind of burned out and fatigued. So how do you handle that? What do you do in that? Well, I'm going to start out with a story. I don't know if you like stories, but I'm going to start out with that. And it's this right here, is that there was this young man and this older guy, and they were going to see who could chop wood the fastest. And the older guy, he said, I believe I can take you on. So the young guy, he was all full of spice and vinegar. And he said, okay, old man, let's see what you got. So they gave him a time limit of 6 hours to see who could chop the most wood. Well, the young man, he started and he was chopping away and he was chopping away and he was chopping away. And the old man, he just stayed kind of slow and steady. And he would stop every now and then. He would take him a break. And the young man never stopped and took a break. He kept on chopping wood. Well, when the 6 hour was up, the old man had twice the pile of wood that the young man had. And the young man did not understand. He said, how do you have all of this wood? Because I never stopped and I never took a break. But I seen you over there taking a break. He said, young man, while I was taking a break, I was sharpening my axe. So the young man was doing all this chopping and he never took a break and he never sharpened his axe. Well, the same goes for us and anybody else, and anything that you do in life is this right here. If you don't take time for yourself and you don't unwind and so-called sharpen that axe, you're going to be working with a dull axe, because to me, you're more efficient when you take those breaks. I had a video that I posted probably about 4 years ago about taking the breaks. And there's people all the time commenting on here and also on the Facebook group page about, I worked through my breaks. I worked through my lunch. Well, let me tell you something. You can do that. But if you do that day in and day out, you're going to get fatigued, you're going to get tired, and you're going to hate that job, from my personal experience. And nobody's going to appreciate the fact that you've done that, because if you're dead and gone, or if you quit, or if you retire, whatever, they're going to eventually find somebody to replace you. You are replaceable in some way. Now, they may not do the job like what you think or efficient as you possibly could do it, or you think you can do it, but you are flesh and blood and you are replaceable. Me personally, what I do for fatigue is I take my breaks. I don't care if somebody walks in on me and they see me taking a break. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. Look around and you can tell that I'll work. If it's a supervisor, if it's a boss, if it's the president of this college and they see me walking or sitting down taking a break, pull you up a seat and have a seat with me. Because I give you an instance of what happened a few years ago. I was running a summer crew, and there was about 9 of us on a crew. And we was working in a building that had been hit by a tornado. And they had done a lot of renovating, and so we were very far behind in what we were doing, trying to get school ready for the summer and getting floors done. And, a lot of things had to be done. And we was in the lunchroom taking a break, and the superintendent walked by. And everybody said, oh, we better get up. There's a superintendent. And I said, sit down. Have a seat. The guy is walking through the building to check it, and he can walk around and tell what we're doing and tell if we've been working. He sees our equipment out, and he smells product, and he has come around and walked through here a few days ago, and he can tell that we are doing things. And he actually came in the lunchroom, and he chit-chatted with us for about 15 to 20 minutes. And when he got up to walk out, I looked at him and said, okay, now get up. Because the man knew we was sitting there when he walked in, and he walked through the building, and he came in there and chit-chatted with us. So we'd been sitting there a while, so we let him see us get up and go back to work. But if you're doing your job, you shouldn't feel guilty about, taking those breaks. Hey, if I'm gonna watch a YouTube video or I wanna pull my phone out, while I'm sitting there taking a little break, whatever, I've got a game or two that just kind of takes my mind off and kind of relaxes some things. I read some things sometimes. I can take a few minutes break here and there during the day, and I'm a whole lot better and I'm a whole lot more efficient, kind of like that old man was chopping that wood. Find you something that, kind of relaxes you. When you go home, leave the job at the job. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't talk about certain things. There may be some things that you need to kind of vent, or somebody asks you how your day was. I mean, you can be honest about it without just being, totally carrying everything with you. But, leave it pretty much for the sake of the job. Hey, if you like to fish, go fishing. If you like to go work out, go work out. Whatever it is that, relaxes you and take your mind off of that job. But the main thing is while you're there, man, these earbuds I got on right here, these bone density earbuds right here, they are the best thing in the world for just playing music and, putting myself in that zone. Hey, I want some 1970s rock and roll today, and I want to go there, or 1980s or whatever, and just get in that zone and just relax. Drinking just a cup of coffee itself, that might help, but the mindset that you set yourself in and what you set yourself there for, that's probably the best thing that you can do for yourself. And quit letting people possibly make you feel guilty about, hey, if you're a hard worker and you sit down and take a break, my opinion, they're just going to have to deal with that. Because to me, if you've got somebody working for you and they do a good job, and they do a good job, and you see them, taking a break or whatever, take care of that person. If there comes a situation where somebody's abusing it, yes, you need to address it, of course. But as far as, the burnout and fatigue, if you got vacation days, take that vacation. If you got sick days and you need to take a day for whatever, and you take that day. That place will operate without you, and I promise you it'll be there when you get back. Because I have had things when I got back, when I have been off for extended period of time, they wasn't no secret fairy that come in a lot of times and empty my garbage for me. It was there. My floors were still there. They still needed waxing. They still needed burnishing. They still needed sweeping. They were there. And, just relax in what you're doing. I guess be the best thing to do. And take those breaks, take those lunch breaks, and take those vacations, and just take a few minutes and sharpen that axe, because you'll be a whole lot more efficient if you're fresher and your mind is relaxed for a few minutes. Then you can go back at it again. That's just my personal feelings. So that's kind of how I'd answer that question. And if you made it this far in this video, if you hit that like and that subscribe button, that way you'll know when I post new videos, and be looking for that video of that 50,000 square foot building tomorrow. Have a great day.